Hello, Madonna fans and friends, and welcome to another episode of Diva News. It's Miriam here, and I got a question for you. Who wants to hear new music in 2025? I think you know the answer to that one, and you also may already know about this big jaw-dropping news we just received back on Monday, and we're going to get into it as well as those photos with the Pope. What do you think of those? And a collectible corner that's homemade, plus your comments and a secret photo of the week that's going to take us back to the boy toy by mail days. Remember those days? You're going to have a flashback, but we are going to get into some really amazing news, and let's get into it. So, yes, the big headline, and could there be any bigger headline? I think we've been all waiting maybe a couple years for this and just wondering when was it going to happen? We would be happy with just a single. But Madonna shocked us all this past Monday with a post and photos that let us know exactly what was going on with Stuart Price in the studio. And while they may have been working on the tour film and the concert film that's coming up as well, there is new music coming, and she's hinting at it next year. This post, and I'm going to paraphrase, is it's got some interesting clues in it. If I can delve deep with my, fan mind here and wondering what it all means. But of course, she said she was very excited to be working with Stuart Price in the studio on new music. But she also said something interesting. The last few months has been medicine for her soul, good medicine for her. And that makes me to think that they've been working on this for a while, and I always felt that way. I mean, being on tour together, as far as him being the musical director, makes me think back to the Virgin tour with Patrick Leonard as the musical director then. And we know he gave her Love Makes the World Go Round during that tour because she performed it soon after at Live Aid. So how long ago was this that they started, getting some ideas? And especially since the tour ended, have they been working more extensively on new music? So that makes me to think that it could also be dropping very soon. I mean, as soon as the new year hits. You remember when we got our early January announcement of the tour? So I would be keeping my eyes open. Maybe we'll get it even, for the holidays. I know MLVC was talking about could something drop on Christmas. It may be. It may be New Year's Day. So I would keep my eyes glued to your phones, laptops, tablets, however you get your information. As well as she also said, this is another interesting statement, that songwriting and music is an area where she doesn't need anyone's permission. And it's such an interesting statement because with these photos with the Pope, I'm wondering what kind of thematic direction we're going in. Are we hearkening back to the Like a Prayer days? Or is it going to be true to form and a continuation of Confessions? Madonna never likes to repeat herself, so be prepared for something interesting and different, and I'm ready for it. But I'd love to hear in the comments what you guys are thinking. I mean, the ideas are flying wild right now, aren't they? We're thinking of everything that she could possibly do. So feel free to just go wild with your imagination and what you might think the musical direction is going to be. Will she do something like Madam X and have it just be all over the place, or will it have a very cohesive and consistent theme like Confessions? We know Stuart Price. He's such an amazing collaborator and producer, so we know it's going to be incredible. We also saw photos of Madonna playing guitar and her daughters working with her, Esther and Stella, which could allude to the family being involved, which we would not be surprised about. That would make sense. So maybe they'll be on some of the collaborations and some of the productions as they were with the tour. But let us just speculate. Let us just be excited. For me, I don't know what I'm thinking it's going to be. Of course, everyone's thinking Confessions Part 2. But with these pictures, I'm thinking it might be much more provocative. Maybe she's going in that direction. Maybe that's what has been feeling lately. And, she toured the world with all the dates for the Celebration tour. Maybe that'll reflect some of that in there and what she saw and different messages she wants to convey. So it could be much more heavier on lyrics, and what she wants to tackle than Confessions was. Confessions was more purely a dance album. It had a few things, but it wasn't really going there. And it seems like she's saying with her message that she really wants to go there. So let's see what she does, and let's hear what you guys think. I'm so excited. This is such great news. And in other Madonna news, we have this photo series that came out recently. Fans are all abuzz about it. Of course, this happened previous to the big announcement, so we wonder, is it connected? Is this kind of giving us an idea of what she was talking about in her posts, where she doesn't need anyone's permission? Because definitely this is going in a direction. It could be a photo shoot to support this new music. A lot of people were talking about it since she seems to be doing much more photo shoots and, kind of alluding to something that we thought it might have been the concert film or tour film that she was promoting, but it could definitely be for this new material. Also, a lot of people have been talking about the other controversy of these photos, not just that she's with the Pope, but that they're AI generated. And people are on the fence, fans are on the fence one way or the other about it. But what do you think? What do you think of it in the sense that in reality, this is probably not a photo she could ever take? So in this case, it does seem warranted versus, some of the AI out there. But it is definitely making us conjure up images of like a prayer and controversial possible singles and videos and ideas that she might be swirling around right now based on the songs she has produced so far. It would be a different departure between her, being produced by Stuart Price because um, Confessions definitely didn't have, they had some controversy with Isaac, but didn't have as much as she had in her heyday. But maybe we'll be revisiting that or a totally different direction. We just don't know. But tell us what you think about these photos in the comments and what your thoughts are on the AI generated, if it's AI generated, what you think of that, or just what you think of the photos and what the message it might be conveying. Her, the Christmas message to the Pope and all of these different things. If it's just a random thing she's doing on social media, or will it have some greater weight with regards to the new music? Let's talk about it. And now it's time for another episode of Collectible Corner, and this is a great one. My friend Michelle made this jacket, made many variations of this jacket. This is like the more recent one she made, like in 2010. But she made one back when I went to Drown World Tour with her. I have some photos of that. If you go to our Drown World Tour review, you might see us wearing the jackets. And those were really intricate and elaborate. She did all the sewing on it. I think this is more just cut out patches here in this case. But I wore it. I wore this jacket to the Material Girl collection preview in San Francisco when it opened up. So this is what I wore for that, and then I wore the first earlier edition, which I don't have out right now to show you, but there are pictures on the Drown World Tour review. You can find that in our playlist under, I think, concert reviews. If you want to see the original jacket, but it was so much fun to wear them, dressing up as Susan. Of course, we all know there's the official release of the jacket with the I think that maybe it says Desperately Seeking Susan on the inside tag. If if any of you have it, tell us about your the details of the jacket. I know it looks pretty much like the one in the movie. It's got the tag on the inside seam. Maybe it says Desperately Seeking Susan on it. On eBay, it must go for a fortune by now. Um, so if you were able to grab one, how did you get it? Did you, of course, not necessarily just on eBay, but if you got it back then, or had any access to it, in the 80s, was it offered in some kind of like order by mail? Was it, how did you find out about it? Because I remember only hearing about it much later on when it was, more of an eBay thing. But it's so nice to have the jacket. I know that the boots are out there as well, official boots. You see them sometimes on eBay for astronomical amounts. Um, so if you have either one of those, tell us about it. Tell us about your Desperately Seeking Susan attire and what you have, or if you made something like this so you could have something to wear to events or concerts. Tell us about it. And now it's time for another fan feedback episode. And we had some great comments that we just had read to me by Guilherme, and they were so wonderful and amazing. Lots of great insight, ideas on the concert tour film, the biopic, and a lot of kind words for me. And I just wanted to spotlight some of the more recent ones. But I thank you all for any and all of your comments on any of the videos, even if you go way back to the first one when we did a look through of the Madonna in art book and you want to talk about that. Anything and everything that we have covered, or maybe you want to comment on something we haven't covered yet and you'd be interested in us talking about it and getting into it, and just let us know. We want to hear it all. But let's talk about these three. I'm paraphrasing again because we'll have the comments up here on the screen in full, but I don't have the vision to actually see them in front of me, so I'm just going to kind of give the overview. But again, thank you so much to each and every one. We have TS, who gave us a comment about I think it was about the biopic, that they had commented on this as well in MLVC podcast. And of course, if you are watching us and you are not familiar, MLVC podcast is also on YouTube, and they have great updates. They do great podcasts on all kinds of things, interviews. They talk about the latest news. They have summer movie series and many other great features. Make sure you make sure you subscribe and give them your feedback and support. And TS said that they commented at the MLVC podcast about the biopic and that they had an idea for a title for the biopic, which was a great title, I thought. This Bird Has Flown. Of course, referencing Hollywood single, and I think that's a great one. I think it's fun to hypothesize what she might call it. You know, what is she going to call it? She did tease in a photo that it could be called Who's That Girl? Another great one is Live to Tell. I think that was bandied about. So let us know what you think about that, and what titles you might want to consider for the movie, if it would be a song title or something else. We also have Moonstone, who said that they were excited about the biopic as well, but they also mentioned that they agreed with me about the Rio concert being released because of the great camera angles and lighting and sound and everything that they had in there. But Moonstone also said that they would support any project that our fave is up to. And that's true. We all will support it. Even if we have our own favorites that we would prefer to have, we'll support whatever we get and whatever comes out and give it a fair shot and see how it is. And then finally, Glitzy2 had a couple comments in the last video showing support for my eye surgery, that it should go well. We're less than a month away, and I am very excited to have my sight back, or some sight back, so I can do this a little more effectively. But I'm thankful to Guilherme for helping me. He put so much work and effort into this, so I thank him for that. And the other comment was about the t-shirts at Collectible Corner, saying Glitzy said they loved them all, but their favorite is the girly show with the sailor cap. And I have to agree, I have the red one of that, and it's so awesome. Thank you for all your comments, everyone. I want to thank you all for watching this latest episode of Diva News. It is definitely an exciting one. We were waiting for having a Diva News like this for some time. And so from this point on, obviously we have Christmas coming up. We'll have a special. I want to give you guys a little update on posting changes just for the next 2 weeks. As a result of the holidays, we'll be posting on Wednesday for Christmas for our special Diva News Christmas episode. And then the following week on New Year's Day, we'll have our year in review. I think this is our third one running, and so we'll be going over the year that was, and who knows if there's going to be any breaking news between those 2 weeks, or if that will happen moving forward from New Year's Day. But we will definitely be right there on the front lines with you, hearing and enjoying any new music that has any chance of dropping right away, or at some point in the first few months of next year. We never know. But for now, the secret photo of the week, as you can see, is from the Cherish music video. And do you remember where this is from? This is the actual cover photo of one of the Boy Toy by Mail catalogs from Icon. Yes, we had so much fun with these catalogs back in the day. We would just pour through them and look at all the items, many exclusives that I still wish, and I'm kicking myself now that I didn't get that Truth or Dare lamp. Yes, still kicking myself. But they had lots of great merchandise, a lot of stuff that we wanted to get that was exclusive to Icon, or stuff we just missed in the stores. And don't forget that Madonna money. If you were lucky enough to get some Madonna money, you're able to use it towards your purchase, towards your order. And do you still have some of these catalog items or like the order form, Boy Toy by Mail order form or the Madonna money? Tell us about it in the comments. Let's just have a little flashback here and enjoy these moments that when we were just joining the club and we were so excited. And I want to thank you all again. Remember, we are also on Facebook. You can find us at Madonna Everybody Fan Club. And there are lots of fun things going on in there. Once I get my site somewhat back and restored, we will have Fan of the Month and contests in there as well. We're on Instagram at Madonna EFC. Join us there. And definitely subscribe here um, to stay updated with all the latest because it sounds like the latest is going to get a lot more exciting. We'll want to be able to talk about it together as well as like and comment and tell us what you think of some of these topics and any topics you feel we missed or would like to talk about. We thank you all again. We cherish you and we wish you a wonderful Christmas and wonderful holidays. We will be here for Christmas. We will be here for New Year's. But if you're going to take a little time away from the phone with your family, we are sending you a happy Christmas wishes and Happy New Year. Thank you so much for being a part of this community, and we'll see you soon. Dance and sing, get up and do your thing. Thank you for joining us here at Madonna Everybody Fan Club channel, and I hope you enjoyed our latest video. I hope that you will join us here by liking and subscribing. And also, we have social media with Facebook. We have Madonna Everybody Fan Club, over 5,000 Madonna fans to join. And we have an Instagram at Madonna EFC. So make sure you check those out, as well as a page on Facebook, Madonna Everybody Fan Club, to follow. So definitely check out those social media platforms and join us there. We have contests, we have Fan of the Month, and we have features and lots of great fans to meet. But more importantly, we'd love to hear from you. Make sure you comment on this video and let us know if there's anything you'd like us to talk about or any future video topics you'd like to see. And thank you again for joining our Madonna family. Music does make the people come together. Thanks, everyone.